Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. Now I know I said I was going to post this video a couple of weeks ago or like last week, and I never got around to it, and I waited, and I'm very glad I did. With 10.3 I hopped back into endurance, and I ended up changing my mind from what my original recording, because I did have the video about halfway done, and I ended up changing my mind, and my final opinion is definitely different. So what am I talking about exactly? Well, let's get into it. So what exactly, oops, wrong screen. So what exactly am I talking about? Well, of course, from the thumbnail, I'm talking about Blast from the Past versus Totally Rockin' Out. Both of these perks are the best in the game, period. There's no argument at all. Nothing even comes close to these two perks. Before these were out, you could maybe argue some things were a little more utility based, but for the majority, before Totally Rocking Out came out, Blast from the Past was probably the best. You can make it work on so many builds, even on a constructor, because if you're not bringing the extra trap damage, then why not have a million health? Blast from the Past definitely was the king. However, I have changed my mind. Now, quick disclaimer, none of this shit matters. None of it. Absolutely none of it. Absolutely none of it. All DPS values, because I did a ton of them, are 0.5 to like 0.8 second differences. At maximum level, 140, 174, 282. Well, maybe once you get that high, it starts to matter. But there's only one place where it gets that high, and not everybody's into that anyway. None of it matters. Absolutely none of it. If you want to play bunny hair Jess and run around and drop Easter eggs on everybody, do it. You'll be able to get through the entire game and do it. This is for the min-maxers. This is for the people who want to know what the best is, and let's be honest, it does pretty well on YouTube. So here we go. Why is Totally Rocking Out the new king? Well, originally, and if you follow my stream or if you follow my channel at all, you guys know I'm in love with Paleo Luna. The reason I like Paleo Luna, and I think it still does have a sweet spot in the game, is because she's unkillable. She's unkillable, and she dishes out a lot of damage with a build like this. As you can see here, we have no ninja perks whatsoever. We have healing, sub wafers, battle beat, Soaring Hide, Soaring Focus, Blast from the Past. What happens here is, since she's a ninja, she goes into Shadow Stance. I use a Spectral Blade with triple attack speed on it. She gets like 75 armor. Don't quote me on that number. At all times, as long as she's in Shadow Stance. Soaring Focus, constantly regenerating your energy because you have no shield because of Blast from the Past. You have 1.1 million health in a full party. Battle Beat giving you an extra 32% attack speed plus 50% damage, which you can kind of finagle into being like a 75% increase in damage if you do like fire rate attack speed, you know what I mean? And then Going Coconuts that out heals any damage in the game in the base game. So you have a build that you can face tank bosses on. You drop a slow field and you literally, and quite, I mean very literally, stand in front of them, swinging your triple attack speed sword, eating sub wafers for the extra damage. You're hitting for about 230,000 per swing. You have about 4.5 swings a second with this buff active, which equates to 2, 4, 6, 8, like almost a million damage a second. It's fantastic. She's unkillable. She's an absolute monster to mess with. And if you follow my channel at all, I've made countless videos on this hero. And originally, when I originally recorded, this was going to be the winner. I was going to tell you Blast from the Past, because of survivability, makes it better. However, I have changed my mind. Running a build like this is absurd. So there, like I said, there's a sweet spot. All right, in the base game, we're going to talk about two instances of gaming here. The base game, which is, you know, Twine Peaks, Stonewood, all of that stuff. Blast from the Past becomes better at 108 to 174. That's the sweet spot from Blast from the Past. If you get any higher than that, like 282, you're going to get one shot anyway, even with a million health, by the big guys, by the guys you need to kill, the smashers and stuff like that, things that are not, that your traps are not taken care of. You're going to get one shot regardless, even with a million health. And on top of that, you can't really bring coconuts into endurance, but that's a side piece. Between 110 and 174, Blast from the Past is the better perk, in my opinion. It does enough damage. You're tanky as hell. You have great mobility on a ninja. You have a fantastic sword with increased mobility. Paleo Luna, 2 shots, basically everything. You can face tank bosses. Ricochet doesn't matter. And you can out heal all the damage. Because of those perks at level 174, let's say, I'm going to tell you, and this is an opinion, but it's a very 2-year playing informed opinion, that Blast from the Past between 110 and 174 is the better perk. Beyond that and lower than that, Totally Rocking Out wins. So anything from 1 to 110, Totally Rocking Out wins. The absolute insane increase in damage makes you be able to kill everything before they can even get near you with Totally Rocking Out with a build like this. And on top of that, but before 110, nothing's one-shotting you. You have a mobility, you can get away, you can have a Guardian's Will, a Walloper, something like that in your kit. You can just shockwave. Nothing is that threatening before those levels. After those levels, things start to get a little hectic. And that's why I think Blast from the Past wins there. Anything after 174 basically is going to one-shot you anyway, and so we switch back into doing more damage. This originally wasn't my opinion. My original opinion was that survivability trumps damage, and like I said, in certain scenarios it absolutely does. In like 174 content, I would bring Paleo Luna to a dangerous mission with like Death Burst or some other crazy modifiers on it before I would bring Sledgehammer. I might lose out a little bit on damage, but with all the testing I've done, it's like 0.5 seconds. In the 2 years of playing this game, I have only one time, lost the mission because I was a little short on damage. Or I didn't even lose, but I almost lost. It was on wave 27 of endurance before 10.2, and it was a real hard fought battle. And if I had a little more damage, I would have been safer. I still completed it solo, but if you guys saw it on stream, you guys know what I'm talking about. This, in my opinion, what you guys see here is the highest DPS build you can get right now. Over 1 million damage per second, probably more like 1.3. Incredible damage. The Pain Train, the Bundle Bust, the Spectre, the Bobcat, the Typewriter. There's so many guns that you can just slam crit damage on and still have a 51% chance to crit. With absolutely no crit rolls on your gun, plus this gives you a little bit of survivability. You have Startup and Mad Tidings giving you a 75% increase in damage. This is another 50% damage, and then if you're using a larger magazine gun, you have Waste Not, Want Not here. So you are at Startup and Mad Tidings stacked max perks for longer. The build is insane. The damage is off the charts. Sustained damage, the Bundle Bust, this character's broken. Honestly, he needs a nerf. There's nothing that comes close to him DPS wise, really, in super late game content. There might be an argument that Mad Tidings might work better. I haven't had a chance to test that because endurance is a 2.5 hour long affair to test some weapons. I just don't have that kind of time all the time. But yeah, Totally Rocking Out. This video is a little more casual because I really didn't know how to approach it. I wanted to do it scientifically, but there's just too much here. There's plenty of footage in the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have a different opinion. I think there's a sweet spot for Blast from the Past between 110 and 174. I think that's the sweet spot. Anything above that, you're going to get one shot anyway, so you might as well be doing as much damage as possible. For the things that you actually need to kill that your traps aren't taken care of, the higher DPS is more valuable. Plus, you're not bringing Paleo Luna into endurance and actually being effective. Yeah, you can do it. You might survive the first couple of waves, but once you get up to 250 and 300, it doesn't matter how much health or mobility you have. You're not going to be in the tunnels. You're going to be blowing up propanes. It's just not pretty. So between Totally Rockin' Out and Blast from Their Past, they both have their uses, but Totally Rockin' Out definitely wins. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have a different opinion, let me know down in the comments below. But from 2 years of experience, I feel like this is correct. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. We post videos like this and other breakdowns 3, 4, 5 times a week. If you guys are going to be playing Borderlands, we are streaming that on Twitch. We might do the occasional YouTube stream, so be prepared for that too. And if you guys are spending any V-Bucks anywhere, Borderlands, Fortnite, doesn't matter. You can always use code OOTikTakOO. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be live on Twitch later tonight for Borderlands. That's twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. I really hope you guys could stop by. I'll see you guys on the next one. TikTak out.